Alright. So, Campaths and HLAE, fairly easy. What I'm going to do is a quick, dirty one here on Overpass that includes a dolly zoom and some other dynamic aspects of Campaths. So first thing I do when I get in is I have two execs I do. I exec my observer main, which I already have on currently, and then I exec cam making. And that just has some binds in it. You can find all of this down in the description for what I need to do when I'm making Campaths. So I'm already in Merv input, so let me take that off. And I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next round. And match is still paused at this point because I don't want anything going on just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and enable Merv input camera. And position my camera exactly where I want it for my first point. And I'm kind of using the HUD right now to line up everything how I want it. So let's loosen up that FOV just a little. And right now it's beginning of a round, so I'm going to be looking at T-spawn, trying to do a dolly zoom into there. And you'll see how I accomplish that. So first thing I do now is I'm going to go ahead and set my first point before I unpause the match. So I hit my bind for Merv Campath add. And then I'll unpause the match. Or no, sorry. I don't. First, I'm going to go back to default. And I'm going to fly into where I want it to end up. So right now, it's going to end up right here. This is the second path, or second point. And now, I want it to end up here in about 4 seconds. So now I'm going to be putting my eyes on the clock at the top of the screen for it to hit 17, 19, 18, point pause. That's my workflow. I pause before every point, and I just want it to fly straight through T-spawn as well. So now, without really touching much, I'm going to just give it another point here in about 3. And then by the time it gets here, I want it actually looking backwards. So it will catch terrorists running out. This is a fairly short path. It's only going to be about 8 seconds. But it's going to give a nice effect once it's done. I think I'm at 7 currently. So let's make it a 12-second path, which isn't super important, but it's good to know how long each one of your paths are. 12 seconds. So this will be 10. So I actually hit that a little early, and I'm going to end up actually just moving my camera over here just slightly, just to give a little bit of movement so it's not so boring. And then I'm actually going to tighten the FOV a little as well as I come into this last point and give it another like 3. So this is actually going to be about a 13-second path. So now I can turn off Merv input. I can save this. Merv, Campath, save. T27 I think I'm on now. I have that many at the moment. So, save the Campath. Cool. Next thing I do, I hit my bind, which you can find in the description, to clear out all the points. I've seen issues sometimes where it likes to freak out, but that should just save everything. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the round beginning. And then before I unpause the match, I'm going to reload that same Campath, which is just located in the Counter-Strike Global Offensive folder, not the CSGO folder. So it's like the parent folder of it all. So load Campath OK. And then I can resume the match, close out of that, and then when I trigger it, once again, hey, can you stop? So if you do have paths enabled and your tick goes by, it will do that. It will load it. So actually what I'm going to do, skip to the next round where my tick rate does not matter at the moment, and this is an issue. So what I now need to do is manually edit that Campath because I left some points from a previous one in that path, which is slightly frustrating, but it's something that can easily be remedied. Nice and live. So what I'm doing is I'm opening both of them in Notepad at the moment, and I'm comparing points, and the one that it was pulling points from is only 4, so I know I can delete all 4 of those points at top. So now I can go to the next round actually, and for example, let's just get the camera a little closer so you can kind of see exactly what's about to happen, and then trigger it, and I do get a little, that dolly effect I was looking for, and it is looking through all these players, eventually spins around and ends up where it needs to as they run out of T-spawn. So that's quick down and dirty on how I make campaths. Have a good day.